Deathtrap. Come on, get the dead now. Get busy. Booby trap it. Know what I'm doing. Let's go. Yeah, Deathtrap is a generic tower defense for PC. Good game, bad game, history lesson. Indie gone wrong. Let's go. So, I love me a good tower defense game. This was originally sold to me as being a deception game for PC. It's not deception. It's not. Okay? I'm here to dispel that myth. It is not deception. This is just pure tower defense. Basically, you have your set up your board, and what you do is you get to place towers in their specific locations based on what's available for that location. So you can get a monster cage, and werewolves pop out of it, or in addition to that, there's other cages you can do, like archers can pop out, or you can control enemies that come by. Things like that. Things like that, right? On paper, it seems good. On paper, it seems good. Because what this game has going for it is that it's got a lot of traps. And as you use a trap more and more and more, you get upgraded versions of that trap. So, like, use the monsters a lot. You get the werewolves at first, and then you can unlock your archers, your control, and you can unlock whatever comes up after and after and after. It's because you keep killing with that version. On the other hand, though, because there's about 20 or so different traps. On the other hand, though, the characters in the movement seem like generic dungeon crawlers. And so the game itself is, without the trap element and strategy, this would just be another generic PC dungeon crawler 52, version 3. 52.3. Right? What I like about it is, of course, the traps. Because now the traps can be upgraded in and of their own rights as well. And so I start out with, your usual, hey, I've got a gunner trap type thing. And though they don't do very much power, they don't do very much damage, you can add nodes to them, though, that will, increase their ability to slow down enemies or perform other actions besides just straight damage. That's good. Lightning traps quickly become frost traps, and I find that frost traps are useful too, because they will pick an enemy and they will usually slow him down as he's going along. And if there's other traps in the midst, hey, that works great, especially if it's a giant enemy, something that's going to be a bruiser, and you slow him down, booyah. So that's awesome. Now the thing that happens though is that it turns out that your most useful trap, at least from my experience, has been the monster traps. And you get werewolves that pop out of the cage. And so it starts out with just one werewolf, and he's like, rawr, rawr. Then you can increase it by adding a pack of 4 werewolves, which is actually sweet. So you got a pack of 4, and they're all just sitting there hacking on everything around you. Great. Wonderful. Other traps include, poison traps, spike traps, fire traps, ice traps. It's trap. We've got traps here. We've got traps there. We've got traps that will boil your enemy alive while making tacos. Yeah, it's pretty much that. Your character yourself, though, you get your own set of... There's like a warrior. I'm playing as a sorceress. I love playing as a sorcerer characters. The mage characters are distance fighters, so I don't have to get my hands dirty. Yeah, I know. But your character runs around, you have to both manage your traps, making sure that not only are they firing correctly, but if they need help, like if you need to give them a boost or something like that, make your traps more efficient, you can do that. If you need to just defend, like actually sit there and hack on some enemies, you can do that. And so it's pretty cool the way they use it. Because you can't just sit back and play God. And I'm used to doing that. I usually just sit back, watch my handiwork do all the work, and say, yup. I could go for a cold one. Crack open a root beer. You're sitting there sipping it. Yeah, they're not getting close. And yeah, I'm used to being able to do that. This game actually forces you to go in the mix, and in some cases, you actually lead enemies away from their designated paths back into other traps. So you have to be more strategic with how you do this. I do like that about the game. Mega downside is that there's no real story. They give you a little blurb at the beginning. Oh, your character is in it for reasons. So, yeah. Not very memorable. On the other hand, though, you can create your own levels and whatnot, send them out through the internet, and match them up against other people who have created levels, right? Sweet. Good game, bad game, history lesson. I did have a lot of fun playing this one. I did. It was actually fun because the more you play the game, the more you unlock, and once you have things unlocked, it's now, how can I beat this level quicker, faster, get the next tier, get the higher experience? And the challenge of it is what really drew me in. So it is a good game. It's definitely a strategist style game, but it is a good game. On the other hand, it is a generic game. It does a lot at spec, but it doesn't do anything exceptional. So all I have to say, I would recommend Deathtrap. It's just not number one on my must-own list. Morally speaking, morals, blood, gore, enemies, boom. And so you got all that going. You're using sorcery. There's a whole bunch of monsters, mythological creatures coming after you. You're magic, you know. So you have issues with any of these things. You obviously wouldn't want your kids playing. Also, the sorceress's dress. I mean, it's kind of what you expect. Shows a little bit more, probably than most moms do in the house. So yeah, you got issues with that. Probably don't want your kids playing this one. Deathtrap. What do you think? Did you like the game? Did you hate the game? Agree with me? Disagree? Comments below as always. Don't forget the support link, and we hope to catch you next time with our next update. Thanks for watching.
Victory at last.